Hello and welcome to another edition of Paranormal Activity and Mysterious Stories. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is an interview with a mechanic who witnessed the UFO at the Chicago airport in 2006. I also have a video of a UFO that was taken from inside of a Cessna while they were flying. This is a video of some UFOs that recently appeared in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I think this just happened, but this is very similar to some other sightings that basically happened like this. This is a video of just some weird hauntings. I don't know if this is real or if it's fake, but it's scary. I'll tell you that much. This is a video of Phil Schneider. He is the guy that talked about underground bases and encountering some tall grays. And he said that one of the grays that somehow shot him with this ray thing, so he's got some fingers missing. But anyways, this guy ended up dead, supposedly committing suicide. This is an example. I just wanted to play this as this is an example of a fake Bigfoot sighting, and I'll point out why it's definitely fake. And then this video is an example of this guy who analyzes and everything that's wrong with this video. This guy basically shows how this is a real Bigfoot, and he basically breaks down why it's a real Bigfoot. Not why he thinks it's a real Bigfoot, but why it is a real Bigfoot. Let's see. This is a video about about the beings that first settled Malta, and how they think that this is a cover-up, that there was a lot going on there that hasn't been revealed. Also have this video here, some guy who found some strange towers on the moon, and you can see the shadows that it creates. And last is this top secret document about UFO encounters that happen in Sweden. But I think, this is from the United States Air Force, top secret documents. We'll take a look at that. So let's see. Let me go to the first video here. Yesterday I posted some videos about the 2006 O'Hare UFO incident. And this is a video of a mechanic that was actually there that saw it. And what I think is interesting and kind of sad in the same is that, this guy just witnessed a UFO, and yet he has to give this interview in shadow. He saw something, and he has to behave like a criminal in our society for, just seeing something. But anyways, let me play a short clip of this.
Terminal complex.
Joe, which is not his real name, is one of several airport workers, some of whom have talked to the Chicago Tribune, who say they saw a saucer-shaped UFO hovering just beneath the clouds at the airport. He's the first to go on camera to talk about it since this happened several weeks ago. He wants to remain anonymous.
But you're sure it was some kind of object that normally would not be above O'Hare Airport?
I've been at O'Hare for quite some time, and let's just say that I've never seen an object in my time there that looked like this. And I'll tell you, definitely, it was not an airplane as we know it.
But it could be an airplane as another world knows it.
Possibly.
We brought in one of Chicago's top sketch artists.
Followed the contours of the object.
To listen to Joe and draw a picture of what he says he saw.
More like an oval. Dark gray oval.
Because no photos have surfaced, and Joe doesn't know of any.
Now, it didn't say Goodyear on it, did it?
No Goodyear, no. That's a really good drawing.
That's funny. The guy, see how he tries to ridicule him? Says, it didn't say Goodyear, does it? But, and I also believe that this is also one of the reasons why we will never ever get big D disclosure, that no head of state is ever going to stand in front of a podium and read from a teleprompter announcing to the world that we're not alone in the universe. Because if that were to happen, hopefully, well, I'm sure this guy probably didn't lose his job, but think of all the people who have in the past reported seeing UFOs and then lost their jobs or had their careers ruined because, they told the truth. So if it's now acknowledged that our government does know of UFOs, then, I think a lot of companies will open themselves up to lawsuits by all the people who've had their careers or lives ruined by telling the truth. So anyways, let me go on to this next video here. Yeah, this one is very interesting, I can say. This is from inside of a Cessna while they're flying. I mean, you can see that. I mean, it definitely looks like clouds out there. I've said this many times. I'm going to say it again in this video for anyone who's watching one of my videos for the first time. We are not alone on this planet. Now, definitely some of the UFOs that we see must come from other dimensions, other galaxies, other planets. But I think the majority of the UFOs that we encounter, that our military encounters, that the Russian military encounters, I think they are piloted or controlled by several advanced species that live in our oceans. I mean, I think, and again, that's most likely the reason why our Navy and the Russians' Navy are always running into fleets of UFOs or USOs underwater. Because, they're just conducting whatever business or exercises or, whatever they're doing. We just happen to occasionally run into them. Now let's watch this video here. This is another video where objects falling down like this. I think this is probably the third or fourth video that I've seen where UFOs did this exact thing, where they fall and then suddenly stop. And what I think is going on here is this may be like a representation of Orion's belt, or, maybe some other star constellation. I've definitely heard that a lot of times that could be what's going on. Yeah, I think this video is very, very recent, but I've definitely seen this same maneuver where a UFO looks like it's one, it splits into three, and then stops, floats, may form some kind of a formation, and then do exactly this. This is maybe the third or fourth video that I've seen like this. Okay, this video is kind of freaky. It's a TikTok video. I always I'm always worried about getting copyright violations if I play videos too long, but wow, there's really no way to not show you everything that's going on in this video.
The deliberate attempt to contact the spirit of a deceased person is known as a seance. But I have a skill you might like. Want to try it? Chee-hee, 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 chee-hee.
go. Is that a freaking video or what? I'm going to take a risk and play the whole thing, but man, I'll leave a link in the description. But that was a freaking video. And if that was a prank, that was a damn good prank. I'll tell you that much, because that had me freaking out. Phil Schneider. Let's check out this video here. This is Phil Schneider, who revealed a bunch, or who was involved in building deep underground military bases. And then he supposedly, during one of these builds, encountered a tall gray alien who then ended up shooting him with like this laser blast, and it takes out his fingers. But let me play a little bit so you can hear what he has to say.
At a whack, most of them work in the cover of darkness, like us. We built 9 underground military bases there, each with an average capacity capable of basically a city underground, roughly 4.25 cubic miles hollowed out underground. They have boring machines, for instance. They don't bore. They literally vitrify and melt the rock, deflagrate the rock. It's a very sophisticated laser, melting and deflagrating.
He describes how, the process that they used. And then, let's see, I'm trying to find where he holds up his hand, and you see that he has some fingers. There we go. Look at that. This is where he claims that a tall gray alien shot him with a laser and sliced off that that part of his hand, and also I think it hit him in the chest too. But he ended up supposedly committing suicide after revealing some pretty sensitive information. I'm sure it was a hit job. But anyways, this is a interesting video. It's an hour and 12 minutes long. If you have time, listen to it, because he definitely reveals a lot that since this talk took place has actually come to pass. So yeah, check out this video. I have a link in the description. This video I wanted to include it because I had mentioned with someone in the comments about people putting on fake Bigfoot suits, throwing on a monkey suit, and this is definitely an example of a fake Bigfoot. And the reason why, to me, it's pretty obvious it's fake is look at the way the hair, it's not sticking to the skin. Look how loose it is. This is obviously a suit. This is somebody in a monkey suit playing up to the camera. Yeah, look at here. And also when he's moving, you don't see any flexing in the muscles. There's no muscle tension. You look at that. No muscle definition whatsoever. Because this is a monkey suit. The person who would have the ability and the resources to do something like this would most likely be someone in Hollywood, a Hollywood makeup artist. But a Hollywood makeup artist nowadays would use just CGI. And the last time I think they had actual actors in a suit or makeup was most likely, like the Planet of the Apes with Roddy McDowall. And if you watch, those older Planet of the Apes, there's never any muscle definition. You don't see any muscle movement. And that's what something like this guy here, he has analyzed this video. Yeah, here. Where, let me move it forward a little again. Oh, let me go back to here. Yeah, we're in this video. He's showing you how the muscles are flexing, and you can see that, like the individual muscle groups. And he also shows you how there's breasts here, that this is a female Bigfoot. And he also explains, let me go to Move forward here. Oh yeah, here, where he definitely did a lot of analyzing of this video, and he figures out why the hair here is missing and why the hair here is missing, and it's because according to this guy, this is how she moves her hands. That she's an older Bigfoot, and this is just normal wear. Where her hair has worn away because of the movement that this creature obviously walks a lot. And he also says the same thing here, that's the reason why there's no hair here. It's because it hits her hips and it just wore away. So yeah, he proves that this is a real Bigfoot, not someone in a monkey suit like this video here. So anyways, let me go on to this. Yeah, this is a interesting video about an advanced civilization that had to have occupied Malta, and how he thinks that the people had elongated heads, and there was definitely cranial binding going on. There are humans who had their heads elongated by a process, but what all of these people always point out with these elongated head is there isn't the cranial knitting present, which is in all human skeletons. All humans have the sagittal, the occipital, and the there's one other one too. I don't remember what the name was, but these skulls don't have that. And also the furnum magnum or something like that, wherever the spinal column connects to the head is different in these skulls. These skulls are thicker. These skulls have a larger brain area. So yeah, again, this stuff is known, but people always like to ignore that and always, just point to the head binding, saying, oh, the humans did it. These are just the result of head binding. No, not all of them. Yes, some of them, not all of them. This video here, let me play this one. Hopefully, I updated my operating system, so I might be able to play these Reddit videos now all the way through. Oh, you know what? Let me just get, this is like a minute and 26 seconds. Let me get to where he actually finds this. There it is right there. Look at these things that he finds. And you can see the shadows that they create. And they're definitely in a straight line. Okay, let me go back down. I think I started too early there. There we go. And you see, I think it was the Loveless crater. And so, he shows you exactly where it is. So if you have some kind of program that can look into that crater, definitely check it out. But I'll have a link to this video in the description. Let me go to the last one. This is a top secret document. It was recently declassified. I don't know if it was recently declassified, but it's been declassified. But it talks about for some time, we have been concerned by the reoccurring reports on flying saucers. They periodically continue to pop up during the last week. One was observed hovering over Nuremberg Airport. I'm not too sure if I said that right. It's hard to read. For about 30 minutes. They have been reported by so many sources and from such a variety of places that we are convinced that they cannot be disregarded and must be explained on some basis which is perhaps slightly beyond the scope of our present intelligence thinking. When officers of this directorate recently visited the Swedish Air Force Intelligence Service, this question was put to the Swedes. Their answer was that some reliable and fully technically qualified people have reached the conclusion that these phenomena are obviously the result of a high technical skill which cannot be credited to any presently known culture on Earth. They are therefore assuming that these objects originate from some previously unknown or unidentified technology previously outside the Earth. I know why this was declassified now, because this is deflection. You know, here they purposely put that there, credited to any presently known culture on Earth. I disagree with that. I think most of these encounters that we're having are by several advanced species that share the planet with us, or maybe they let us exist, because they're definitely much more advanced than we are. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.